we'll see a team from the American, the UAB Blazers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Blazers will kick it off to get us underway. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The LSU Tigers offense takes the field to start this game off. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus.
Breaks into the open. He has the first and still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They've got the big fellas out there, a three tight end look on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. The Tigers are rolling down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
That's a really nice runner. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Smith dropping to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Lincoln. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So UAB's offense has its first opportunity of the day. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Complete on the shuffle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Blazers come to the line in the hurry up.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Blazers will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Wants to bring it back. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you can tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that time.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Another incompletion on third down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense putting points on the board.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense and make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
It's such a nice play getting that sack, and I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud, arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country, and I know that having played here before. You do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offensive line to hear the cadence and know when the snap is coming out, and you know it's helping this D-line get upfield. I think you saw an example of that on that last play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Throwing right. The sure hands. It's Lincoln. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Bakes the grab on the left. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the hole.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going for 6. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
These receivers on these scramble drills are going to have to play with a little bit more urgency because this pass rush is getting after the QB. He was flushed out to the left but wasn't able to complete that throw because of the hit he took.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Trying play action. Lets it fly. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So now to start the second quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Texas Tech was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Graham Harrell and Michael Crabtree used to deliver in that memorable 11-win season of 2008. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They go to the ground. Hard running there. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now the play fake. Quick strike complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the wideout. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
No fair catches here, looking for room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And the Blazers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on.
They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, the give, looking for room. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith wants to throw. Pulls it in. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Looking to throw for it. A strike downfield. Touchdown LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He is a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll run it from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Blazers moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Give to the running back. Got room to work. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss it. If this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll keep it himself. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. They get through and it's blocked. That's a live ball. Defense has it.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
Smith dropping to pass. On the run, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and how about the linebacker? You know, you ask him to do so much on the football field, to cover so much ground. You don't always ask him to go man-to-man, but when you do, the linebacker comes through, swats the ball.
Trying to beat the D deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's down right at the 17, and the clock will stop to move the chains on the first down.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. The give to the back. Turning it on. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tigers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Blazers decide to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. This guy is a daring punt return man. Going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking to the big tight end. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Smith wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Fires it incomplete.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
And the Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. To the ground with the back. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Took a shot as he threw. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires on the move. It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Direct snap. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. NC State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the ACC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Raleigh. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. Finds his man. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The Blazers will send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity, and they weren't able to do it there.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on 1st down. The throw.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down.
But we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Blazers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the 45. And the returner runs out of real estate. Now, the Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few 1st downs, and I'm in scoring position.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here's the pressure. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after.
They'll run play-action. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
This quarterback's showing a lot of resiliency here on this drive because 1st down he got sacked, 2nd in California. He's able to scramble, and while he didn't get the 1st down, he's able to get a little bit of it back, and he's made this 3rd down manageable now. Let's see if he can make another play here and keep his offense on the field.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Tigers are marching down the field. They'll go back to the ground. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. He'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Bringing the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wiggins. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Right on the money. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll leave it with him. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
It hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Rides to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Off the play fake. They get to him as he throws. Pick off! What a play by this defense. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Fleming. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Got a man. It's Wiggins. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking downfield on first down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. To the air on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, insane. Listen.
Breaks into the open. The tag. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You know, as a quarterback, when you make good decisions like that, your coordinator and play caller are going to keep dialing up these RPO-type plays, right? Nobody open. You're not forcing the football into traffic. You're not freaking out and throwing it away or running out of bounds. Just go get what you can get. It's a positive play for the offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Blazers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
Snagged out of the air. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for room at the 30. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. Here we go. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The Blazers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake, but this game is well in hand.
It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not